Welcome back. Here's another movie review for you. Yeah, this movie's been out for a couple of months, but I just got to see it because I live in Japan and the movie just came out here. So the same is going to be true when I finally get to review Suicide Squad. But enough of that. This is my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Now, since this movie's been out for a couple of months and it's probably going to be out on Blu-ray soon in the States, I just thought, what the heck? Let's do a spoiler review. So this is going to be a spoiler review of TMNT Out of the Shadows. I'll tell you what I liked, what I thought needed to be improved upon, and my own recommendation of whether or not people should get the movie on Blu-ray or not. So, first of all, the good. The Turtles themselves. I like the Turtles. They really were brothers in this movie, and I kind of touched on it in the first movie, that when they were allowed to have a little banter between the brothers, it was good, but there wasn't enough of it. And this one, they definitely upped it, and I like the banter between the brothers. And anybody that has brothers, or even siblings for that matter, you know that when you guys are in a good mood and you're laughing, joking, it's exactly like these guys were. They're just having a good time, enjoying each other's company, having fun. But when you guys are at a disagreement or you're butting heads, it felt like two brothers or four brothers at some points just clashing, and it was done very well when they're allowed to do that. And just seeing them having this argument of, oh, why don't we get to join the human world? Why can't we go up there and be part of that world? If to use a quote from The Little Mermaid. Yeah, my friends sing that song from The Little Mermaid Day. So it's cool to see that sort of thing, that kind of friction between the brothers. And when they show that and they develop time for that, it's done pretty well. And also the times where they're laughing and joking, and when they're effing with Casey Jones. Oh man, two of the Turtles, they F with Casey quite a few times, and it's funny each time. And it reminded me of my brothers and I, because the four of us were like, yeah, I'm this turtle, I'm that turtle, and we could totally see ourselves just effing with somebody. just like that. And it was funny. It was great. I enjoyed it. And if you're looking for more of a true Turtles movie, this is definitely better than the first one. And that's another good thing. Casey Jones and April O'Neil and Vern Figwick, they are the sidekicks, and they take a back seat, thankfully, to the Turtles themselves. They're allowed to really shine. I think in the first movie, people were kind of, because people didn't really like the design of the turtle, of Mikey, when they first showed him, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't show the turtles too much and just put the human characters in the forefront. But now when people are like, no, we wanted the turtles in the forefront, we just didn't like the first design. And you can see they tweaked the design of the turtles a bit. They're still bulky, they're still mutants. So, yeah, it makes sense that it would be bigger. But they definitely have a crisper design, and they look better than the first movie. And because of that, they're allowed to have a lot more screen time, and there's a lot better. And another couple mutants that were in this movie that were just great were Rocksteady and Bebop. If somebody told me that Gary Anthony Williams and Sheamus were good friends in real life, I believe it, because they have such good chemistry together, both as humans and then when they transform into the Warthog and the Rhino. And the way they say that, oh, all humans have something in their genes that connects them to the animal world, and this mutagen just brings it out of them, I'll buy it. I mean, this is Ninja Turtles. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not exactly logical now, is it? And so I'm willing to buy that and then just let it go through and just have fun with it. And they are so funny. They have such a good friendship with each other. And when you see them just like goofing off and messing around and bantering back and forth, it's so fun. And when they turn into mutants, you can see they're in pain. And then they're all happy. Hey, look at you, man! You look awesome. And then Gareth and Bebop, and was like, "Do I look fat?" And Rocksteady's like, "No, you look fat. You look really fat." Just hitting his belly like that. And just things like that is really cool. And when they finally fight the turtles in Brazil, it's so much fun. It unfortunately at times it was kind of it felt a little shaky camera, but the shaky camera made sense because of where the fight scene was happening. The plane that they're on is tumbling back and forth and is going all over the place. So yeah, it makes sense that it would be a bit of shaky camera. And so I liked it, and the fight scenes for the most part were very good. I really liked the choreography. Yes, it's CG, and if purists out there don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. The action scenes are cool, and unfortunately though, there's only one fight scene between Rocksteady and Bebop and the Turtles. Wanted more because they're so good. And this brings me to something that I didn't really like, where you had so many characters and you had so many different things going on. The plot was kind of all over the place at times. But when it focuses on one specific thing, it's done well. Unfortunately, there's so much going on that it's hard to really focus. And I think a couple of things could have been cut out and moved to another move, to the third movie, if there is one. Or just like, don't do it at all. And the thing that comes to mind is, and you saw in the trailer where Donatello tells Leonardo that, hey, this mutagen might be able to turn us human. And I like the conflict between Raph and Leo. Leo's keeping the secret from Raph and Raph saying, hey, don't tell the others that this could turn us human. And Raph's like, how dare you keep a secret from me? I thought we were brothers. I thought it was supposed to be honor and trust between us. And you're going to pull this crap on us? And it's done well, but unfortunately, there's not a real conclusion. There's no real, resolution to that story arc. And it's just ended, and then that's it. It's never brought up again. It's like, come on, you could have done so much more with that. That should have been saved for the third movie. This is supposed to be out of the shadows, and really the only people who know about their existence are the police. The public still know about them, and I was kind of irked about that a little bit. And maybe they're trying to say that for the third movie, but if you're gonna call it Out of the Shadows, I would like to have seen a couple of people like filming them with their phones. I mean, I did like the scene where the cops have the turtles surrounded and they're freaking out. It's like, well, they're monsters, they're freaks, they're monsters, and they're getting ready to shoot them basically. And that makes sense because think about it, in the first movie, April fainted just meeting these guys, and then what they do, like the Casey Jones scene where they meet Casey, that's a great scene, and I keep thinking about it and I laugh because it's done so well. And not to mention the cops' reaction to freaking out. Yeah, it makes sense. So why wouldn't you have more of that with the general public learning about the turtles? Yeah, maybe you could say that for a third movie, but it doesn't have the same impact that this had. So, and not to mention, like I said, I didn't like the fact that they had the story arc with them possibly being human and then just ending like that, no real resolution. It's just, okay, we're gonna stay as turtles. Speaking of things that just ended like that, Baxter Stockman is, man, he is just total nerd in this movie. And what Shredder does to Baxter Stockman, like I said, this is spoilers, screw it. Shredder sends Baxter Stockman away. After Baxter Stockman helps him, what they're trying to do is get 3 pieces of a an interdimensional device that'll open a ripple in space-time and bring Krang and the Technodrome into our world. And so after Baxter Stockman helps him out with that, Shredder just sends away, okay, you're some peasant basically, and get and send him out of here. I don't want this. You're useless to me now. But then Krang does the exact same to Shredder, and it robbed us of a good fight between a rematch of the Turtles versus Shredder. And that's one thing that both this movie and the second TMNT from the 90s kind of screwed us out of, was a rematch, a true rematch between the Turtles and Shredder. And it's unfortunate that that's something that they kept from from Secret of the Ooze. But like I said, I like the fight scenes, and there's some good comedy. A couple things I was like, oh, I really think they shouldn't have done that, or you could have saved that for the next movie. But all in all, what do I think? Do I recommend this movie? So here's how I'll put it. If you enjoyed the first TMNT, or your kids, if this is definitely aimed at younger audiences too. If your kids like the first TMNT from 2014, I definitely think you should buy the Blu-ray for this movie when it comes out. I do. If you didn't like the first movie, I think you should rent it first. And it definitely felt like there should be an extended cut, or like a director's cut, something like that. And so maybe I would suggest renting the extended cut when it comes out on Blu-ray, and then decide whether or not you want to buy it yourself. But if you really kind of hated TMNT, the first one, I think you should probably just watch this one once on Netflix, just to continue the story if you even want to. Otherwise, this definitely is an 80s and 90s Ninja Turtles cartoon in live action form. And if you're a big fan of that cartoon like I was, I think you probably will enjoy this movie. And I would definitely recommend renting it just to see if it's your cup of tea. So yeah, that's my review. What did you think? Did you watch the latest TMNT Out of the Shadows? Are you going to probably rent it or buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out? And I may have asked it before, but who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? No. Let's ask this one. Who's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain? There you go. Who's your favorite villain? So I got one more movie review, but I want to do something a little bit different for my next couple of videos. I'll leave that up in the air and let you think about what those might be. So until then, later.